There's three experiences that a client can have. It could be an unhappy client where they got a frown on their face. They're unhappy. They got less than what they expected. A satisfied client got exactly what they expected. They're not smiling, they're not ecstatic, but they're not frowning either. There's, that would be satisfied. And then a loyal client has to fall into the happy client category where they're smiling. They got more than what they expected. So part of it is just listening to your clients. What are they saying? And as soon as someone is happy, I've seen in TrueRest where you can, tweet, where you can post, where you can go on Instagram, and when any time a client is willing to say wonderful things and share it publicly, or they tag you in social media or anything, then follow up with them and even do things that most people won't do. Send them a handwritten card, personally call them, send them a text, whatever, an email, thanking them, because your raving fan clients will be your biggest evangelists and they will tell more people. So once you create momentum with, a couple dozen, and then it builds up to, 50, then 100, then 1,000. I mean, you're off to the races. You got a very successful business, and then your job there is to maintain it. Keep improving. Never lose the enthusiasm that got you into business in the first place, even when it's frustrating, even when there are difficult days, and you're just becoming more and more of a pro, because amateurs wait for inspiration, professionals do it with a headache. So there are some days where it's just going to be tough, but if you just maintain it, just like working out, just like a good diet, client service, the way you run your company, it's just consistency of being awesome. And so Walt Disney had this very interesting philosophy where he wanted, there was a quote, I probably won't say it right, but he's like, we want the experience to be so amazing that when people leave, they cannot not tell other people about it. So he wanted people to visit Disneyland and be so impressed with it that they could not tell other people about it. So aside from the floating and the whole system that TrueRest has put together, that's one thing, but the team, how they're greeted when they walk in the door, setting, the environment, the expectations, friendliness. I mean, you want the clientele to float when they walk in, while they're there, and when they walk out, by saying thank you, by appreciating them. And I think, some of the best marketing in the world is just create an experience that's so amazing that they cannot not tell other people about it. Also, that being said, is think about the user experience. I mean, even Steve Jobs in the 1997 Worldwide Developers Conference, I have this in memory, he said we focus first on the user experience and then we focus on the technology. It was always about, the user experience, and I think that's a really important thing. So when someone first walks in the door at TrueRest, make sure that they are greeted well, and that you answer any questions they have, and that they're as happy as possible, and that is translated through the whole team, even if it seems redundant in the beginning, because it's so critical to have someone walk out with a good taste in their mouth. That's why they give people after dinner mints at a restaurant. They want them to leave with a good taste in their mouth. And so just like that old Cheers commercial, and not commercial, but the song is, we want to go to a place where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. If the clients feel that way, and the management and the team, because the fish rots from the head down. I mean, it really needs to start at the top. And so if you have that philosophy and you demonstrate it, then the likelihood of having a successful business, having happy clients, building a tribe. People don't refund a relationship. And if you have a good relationship with your team, in a lot of ways, your team is your first customer. And the second is, and I don't even really like calling people customers, I think of them as clients, people that you have a relationship with, not just someone that buys something from you. And just, demonstrate it, build that sort of culture. And it's okay if in the beginning you make some mistakes. I mean, I had to learn a lot. I built a multi-million-dollar business, and I've had literally hundreds of employees over the years, and I'm involved in many different, I've been involved in thousands of businesses, but it's not easy in the beginning. There's things to learn, but anything worth having is worth building that foundation and then growing it from there. The impact of having a loyal tribe of clients is that it's 5 to 6 times more expensive to get a new client than it is to get an existing one to keep coming back. It really goes back to something that anyone that has ever studied marketing and understands it, is that you're in the arithmetic business. When it comes to making money, it's continual business that keeps coming back. And so one of the things that I teach with a friend named Dean Jackson. We have a podcast together, is the before, during, and after unit. Before is what you do to generate business. So what are all the things to lead generate and bring people in? The during unit is once people, have given you an email, once they start, looking at your website, once they walk into the facility and float for the first time, they're in the during unit. And then the after unit is after someone's, floated for the first time or has bought a package. What do you do in order to orchestrate referrals, deliver world-class service, making sure they're happy so they not only keep coming back and are happy to pay and make this investment, but they're also telling other people about it. And if you build up enough of happy, loyal clients, a tribe, then your business becomes what I call ELF, easy, lucrative, and fun.